Okay, we're getting ready to get started. You're alright, it's just us chickens right now. Alright. Actually, I'm not relaxing, I'm watching the UK election results. And I know why people voted Corbyn, but he's not, like... This is going to be one of those things where people kind of look back on it and say, okay, who voted for this guy, whether you or you? Like, it's not going to be that big of a step up from Theresa May. And I know it's not going to be that much of a step up from Theresa May because in the Brexit vote, she was against Brexit, he was for it. So, I will be interested to see how and where this even goes. But you didn't come here for international politics. You came here for the gaming. And that's what we're going to be doing tonight. Alright, let me get this window out of here. Move this around. We actually got a few things that we got to pick up on. Hi, everybody. It's been a second. It's been busy here in the HQ, but thank you for hanging with us. Some things have changed, and some things have been patched. I have to give credit to Scale Mail. They've been responsive to the one or two criticisms they've got, except for one person's criticisms, which can go square to hell. So let's just kind of go through quickly what the patch is bringing us. So we got a note system added to the inventory, which is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to click and check that out. The investigation has been changed somewhat. Up until now, I've known what to do in order to get where I have to get. I don't know if that's going to be the same, and I don't know if it's going to take my save. We'll have to see. The combat segment's been expanded, which should be something. The dialogue system has been overhauled. Name tags have been added, which is good. A lot of people got confused with who was speaking based on the structure of the dialogue and everything. The name tags will help, although you can kind of tell depending on whose mouth was open. But it's just one of those small things that go a long way. And hopefully in the next act, they'll reconsider just the structure of dialogue, not necessarily the narration. General combat overhaul, there are exit wounds and whatnot. Some longer optional dialogue segments. Into menus. And if you replay Act 1, start from the prologue's end. Mid-act might be broken from all the new contact. So, here's what's about to happen. We're going to try and open the save we've gotten. And hopefully it'll work. This is literally my first. It literally just did the update for me. Like this afternoon when I was testing it, it didn't do the update. Literally when I turned it on for the stream, it did the update. So, yeah, the game could well crash if we'll pick up Tokyo 42 or something else. I actually get to work from home tomorrow, so I'm not saying I'm going to be streaming all night, but I am going to shoot to kind of finish this one, if at all possible. But first we need to see if it even works. So, let's see if it even works. Over here. I believe this was our last save. Okay. So far so good. If the game falls apart, we'll know. I can hear my cousin bumping around long before he comes out of his room. Jorgen, you're dressed early, Gregor comments as he closes the door behind him. So yeah, they got the name tag, good, but it's still structured in a way that doesn't take advantage of the name tag. And that is literally the only negative I have for this game. The only negative I have for this game is the dialogue structure. And I don't know if that's going to affect the review any. At least not right now. Jorgen, yeah. You don't look so good. Hangover again? Oh, yeah, a bad one. I lie and put a hand to my forehead. Well, the quicker you start the day, the quicker it'll pass. How about some breakfast? I can cook up a mean scrambled eggs. Sounds good. I gotta check on something first, though. Gregor pulls a few eggs from a sack in his pantry. I'll holler when it's ready. Now, in the last live stream, and I'll upload it because I've been forgetting to upload it. I'm sorry. But it's what the Walker, I guess, in the woods came back and followed us to the harbor. Now I don't know if that was just, I don't know what. That may be something that they explain in Act 2, but that's kind of what's going on. Buffy. Oh man, apparently it's skipping around. Hey, crap. Okay, try. I did not know you were streaming. You want me to stay? Buffy. So we're having buffering issues. Hold on. Incredibly good. I am. Sup, you are a flatterer. Let me. Thank you, Try. Well, we will stream as long as I can stream. If we're gonna have buffering issues the entire stream, I may have to reconsider. Let me close. I'm gonna have to close a few things. Give me a second, folks. I mean, that's what it's going to come down to. If I can get the stream to smooth it out. I'm currently at green in OPS. Let me try and close a few more things. I can go. Save that draft. All of that can go. And maybe if I've shut that down. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Yes, I am. I tend to break everything at this. I break everything. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna. If you can hear me, which I don't think you can, it looks like it's buffering on my end. I'm gonna try and restart the stream. If as you can see, I got my chat window working fine. So at least I figured that out. But yeah, if this doesn't work, then Twitch it is. So hold on, everybody. This video is gonna have to probably get spliced to hell. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Hold on. Alright, we're back, I think. You even crashed your grammar. That is not my fault. I was born in the American South. Grammar is just not my thing. Okay, how is the stream, everybody? Let's make sure we're stable. Okay, it's okay. I'm getting okays. I'm getting green, green, green. Okay. So now we have two things to contend with. We have the patch that just uploaded onto my game, and we have stream. We're good. We're good. All right, we're gonna give it a shot then. We'll yell if she's. So I just got to keep my eye on chat. Yay. But yeah, okay, so new intro. JP the Third here, VNsnow.com. We're picking up. We had a few days off to get some things in order for Patreon and on the site. We're picking up with Walkerman, and literally there's just been a patch. Just uploaded to the game. So far it's holding out. It's the stream that's been having issues. So hopefully we'll be able to get through this in one piece. Like I said, I don't have to go into the office tomorrow. I get to work from home. So my plan is just to stream it until we're done. We'll see how well that actually works out. Like, in theory, that sounds great. In practice, it's a whole different thing. But, yeah, just holler if there's any stream issues. I probably should tweet out right quick that we're back. And that's just one of those things we're going to have to keep an eye on, because if YouTube gives us trouble, yeah, we're going to have to go. I believe this is why Try in Morning is now doing mostly Twitch now. Hold on. Like I may have to reconsider this camera. My face is just, I don't know. Buffy is barking a little bit. Okay. It's literally, if I go into anything else. If I go into anything else on this computer, the stream just goes crazy. I have not had that issue with Twitch. We're going to try and get through it. Yeah, even like, I think Sup just prefers YouTube, but we're gonna give it a shot, and yeah, if it gets really bad, then yeah, we'll take it over to Twitch, start from the top, and we're gonna get this done one way or the other. Now, as soon as the door shuts, I'm on my knees checking the deck boards. Nothing, not even a slight stain. Thank the mother. I can at least keep this a secret until I figure out what's going on. And apparently, I'm not the only poucher out and about this morning. It's Sif! Sif is taking a knee and is studying the ground near the alleyway. He looks up when he hears me approach. It's not too late to quit, you know. I cross my arms. Suit yourself. He gets up and wipes the dirt from his pant leg. It's your funeral, after all. He said he was gonna let me handle this, so what the hell is he doing here? I have to say, I have a lot of favorite characters in this game. Sif is probably one of my favorites, and you're gonna see why as the game goes on, but he's not the asshole that Jorgen thinks he is. A lot of things aren't what Jorgen thinks they are, but that's a whole nother story. Because he doesn't think I'm gonna make it, I realize. He thinks he'll have to pick my clothes off the ground and finish the contract himself. And if I don't stop screwing up, he's going to be right. And crash! Okay. Let me try. Can I roll back? Can I ignore? Okay. This is kind of what I was worried about. Okay, there are two. They said in the patch notes that this could be an issue. Let me just try and press the Jorgen breakfast. Coming. Maybe that was the only. It wasn't a hard crash. The game is still going. We're gonna keep going. Because if we don't, then it's literally I have to go to the go back to the end of the prologue and keep going from the top, which is gonna make for a very long stream night. But we're gonna keep, as long as we don't have a hard crash, we're just gonna roll with it. Not bad if I say so myself. Jorgen hands me a plate full of scrambled eggs with 2 slices of bacon on the side. We take our seats on the porch banister and cradle the plates in the salvers of our crossed legs. I saved the bacon from lunch with the boys yesterday, he explains, but my mind is elsewhere, and I find my eyes drifting towards that spot on the deck boards. Is it going to come back again? Who am I kidding? Of course it will. What's wrong? Nothing. I pick up the wooden fork and dig in. Damn right, nothing. How can something be wrong on a day when we get to eat bacon? I like this guy. I'm going to be on the docks all afternoon, by the way, he says to a mouthful. We should get going, though. You've been in the city state for 2 days and we ain't done nothing but drink at the whale. There ain't a hole going on in Midgard these days, Gregor. And it ain't like we can go climbing over the wall to make trouble with those kids from Goldskark again. Gregor guaffs. No, I completely forgot about that. Ain't seen nobody from the old neighborhood in some time. We grew up in the same small house, Gregor and I. But Dad and I weren't supposed to be living there, and this was made known to us constantly. So Gregor and I used to steal away to the other neighborhoods, where the kids wouldn't know what my dad did for a living. And there, in the muddy alleyways shaded by broken walls, Gregor held court like a king. When's the last time you saw any of them clowns? They ain't around no more. Svara's family got sent to a plantation out in the Laps. Can't see if I know what happened to everybody else. Except for Baby Bird. He ran away and joined that mercenary group. The Varangians? Last I heard, he made it through the selection process and is doing pretty well for himself over in Vanheim. Thought about joining up myself, but I don't trust the Milkskins. The coin is good, Vanheim's got plenty of that, but Milkskins will stab you in the back for half a wooden coin. Just ask Bode. I scraped the rest of the eggs into my mouth and dumped the plate beside the wash bucket. Oh, hey, would you mind taking care of that later? You want me to do the dishes? You can use a hand around here. Yeah, alright, I'll take care of it later. Thanks, Raider. You can use the same bucket I do my laundry in. Yeah, that's what I call efficiency. No, that is not efficient. Not in any way, shape, or form. No. Could, if it weren't tipped over. He eyes me and I shrug. Never mind, I was going to refill it anyway. Now, Gregor sets his plate on top of mine. You want to spend the morning with your cousin before he's got to go to work? Sure. Great, let's head over to North Market. We're going to need more soap now that it's going to get used. Hey, I washed up this moon, promise. It's the winter you got to worry about. You can smell some of the boys before you see them when it gets cold around here. Alright. Chad, are you still with me? Is everything still good in the stream? Yeah, that's kind of dead. Chad is still with me. Yeah, Gregor is an interesting individual, to say the least. Days are starting to get warmer. Gregor yawns and stretches his arm over his head. My cousin and I pace closer to the Grand Temple. Up ahead, a group of guardsmen are stuffing a pillory cage with its new occupant. What's all this? Oh, somebody said they caught an adulterer yesterday. That's probably him now. You know, they used to put adulterers in a bag and toss them in the water way back when. I don't like hearing about that shit, Jorgen. It's true, with animals in the bags too. 4 animals, a snake, a cock, a monkey, and an adulterer. Oh, yeah, right. Come on, there ain't no way they'd go through all the trouble to teach somebody a lesson, even in the olden days. Besides, where'd they get the monkeys? Well, I don't know. Maybe the story's a little painted up, but they sure as hell didn't just get cages for a day or two. I don't see the point of those things anyway. The cages never set nobody right, Jorgen. In fact, I reckon they made me the man I am today. That's not exactly a ringing endorsement, Gregor. No. Cool. Alright, we're still good in check. And that may be true, though I remember my cousin's childhood trips to the pillory being significantly more tear-streaked than he implied. And sometimes folks are nice enough to throw you free cabbages while you're in there. Like, I love that. The characters are also colorful and also distinct. I don't know how you can hate that. We exit onto a large thoroughfare, where a small house has been called to muster before its noble master. The Serfkin formation waits in the streets, its occupants swaying idly in their proper places, men in the front and women in the back with children holding onto their hymns. Gregor and I skirt the column of Serfkin, shimmying along one side of the path as the house sergeant finishes his head count. House Hauswerk, the 112th, all present and accounted for, was one of hospice and no unauthorized absences, brave sir. Very well, fall out and attend to field day. On command, the Serfkin quit the formation, filing into a nearby small house and tugging their sleeves up to their elbows. My cousin and I duck into a side alley to get out of their way. Gregor the man. Now, that's just cruel. Of anything you can say about Gregor is that we clearly know his gender. Clearly. Behind us, the Serfkin labor Myrmidon-like. A dinner table is retrieved, piloted sideways through the house's door frame, and soon followed by a similar train of furniture and grunting men. The cabinets and tables are staged before a group of wives and daughters who await their arrival with rags in hand. Gregor and I continue down the filth-strewn alley, leaving the sound of brooming and scrubbing behind. And for a moment, it seems as if nothing is amiss in Midgard. Mother of mercy, I forgot how much I hated that shit. And I must agree that we raiders have a penchant for cleanliness that borders on the obsessive. Even us serfs can often own 3 or 4 changes of clothing. Unlike somebody! You never did nothing during field days anyway. No, I was always the one that helped with the kids' beds, you remember? You didn't do shit, he asked with a grin. Gregor raises a limp, mocking wrist. Oh, don't worry, everyone. I'll get the chairs. Yeah, all of them. And watch out for that, I warn. The refuse-strewn alleyway ahead stands in sharp contrast to sunnier paths. Compartmentalization being another Raiderkin tradition. Uh-huh. Thou shalt not mock, Gregor sub. Thou shalt not mock, Gregor. My cousin dances away from the chamber pot leavings and quickly checks the underside of his boots. Thanks for that. No problem. There's a byway to the North Market just up ahead. The market is far more crowded than yesterday, with throngs of serfkin mobbing the awnings and communal. Anyone here selling soap? Gregor manages to drown out most of the vendors with his shouting. Be thankful I'm not shouting as loud as I can, otherwise you guys will probably be deaf. That one waving at us? I pointed toward the freeman who appears to be trying to get our attention. Good eye, Jorgen. Gregor elbows his way through the crowded market and I follow in his wake. Hello there. I noticed your pouches, the freeman says with a smile. We're looking for soap, Gregor states flatly. The charms and curios decorating the merchant's shelves imply that we won't find it here. Soap? Well... The freeman takes a gander around his stall desperately. Why not save money on soap by wearing perfume? That's a no, and I already know it. Nah, Gregor eyes some of the oddities suspiciously. Not interested. My cousin turns to leave, but I stay behind, my curiosity piqued by the display. Gregor motions for me to follow, but I wave him away. He takes off with a shrug. Say you notice my pouches. Pouches are my best customers. And since your kind started leaving Midgard, I've been sore. Cosmetics and Lucky Charms pay the rent, but they don't make much of a profit. I don't trust charms, and I sure as hell don't wear cosmetics. But I have a lot of strange items in stock. You get the message? He casts a hand over his wares. tin, tin, tinctures, painted skulls, jars of snake tails, and preserved insects, as if some bizarre avarity had been upended and all of his prizes shaken out. And it's a treasure trove of unusual properties, no doubt. Coin's kind of tight right now. For everyone, yes, but ink, if not used, will dry up, as they say. Where are you from, stranger? We're worried about where we come from, instead of where we are going. Shouldn't answer a question with another question. You got an accent. He shrugs. Honestly, I'm from Polska, but I lived in Midgard for many, many years. I thought the vulture merchants all left after the raids ended. He smirks, and I take it that I've guessed correctly. I deal in cosmetics and curios now. The coin isn't as good as when I hawked loot, but it's still better than selling beefs in Warclaw. What's your name, Birdie? You can call me Kepko, or you can keep calling me Birdie if you're not interested in doing business. Alright, Kepko, I'm Jorgen. A pleasure, he replies in deadpan. I will admit that I will admit to that. And the stream's down. Let's just wait and see how this goes. Well, yeah, the thing is I haven't noticed all your jokes about Chris, so I can't say. And I just knocked over a contract. I gotta pick that up. The stream's still going. Oh. Like, I've got a red bar in my preview screen. I don't know what that is. Well, if we're still going... It never stopped. So maybe I was just being... I don't even know what. Okay, maybe it's just... You know what? Not going to question it. Let's keep going. So we got to talk about the Polska, which is basically the Polish. Let's see. Where do we start? Start with the religion. So then, you worship a giant bird? Oh dear Jesus. Dobryazel, and I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong because I'm pretty sure in Eastern Europe the Y is pronounced like a J, so it should be Dobryazel. Oh, okay. So the quality of the meter is just acting up on its own. Great. I'm gonna go with Dobryazel. The Dobryazel is an important symbol, but no, I don't think it's going to carry me away to paradise if I lead a good life. No one really follows the old religion anymore, at least not outside the holidays. And those are much more enjoyable for red-haired virgins now, I assure you. In fact, the Dobryazel itself hasn't been popular in Polska until Gotland annexed us. The display only came back into fashion after it was banned. And that follows a lot of European history where people became more nationalistic after being conquered, which is a whole nother story, which we're not going to get into here. You ever seen Jotunheim? The ruins? You can't miss them if you're traveling that way. Only pilgrims bother to hike up the mountain, but you can see the citadel for miles around. It's very big, what's left of it anyway. And they say there's still treasure in the tunnels, but the knight's there. Kepko trails off, drawing a semicircle over his breast. Yeah, we are still... Chat and I are all monitoring the stream. What we may do is if I can get the Walkerman in one piece, we'll do that, and I'll test Twitch for other gaming options. Don't like the Dobryazel? I never said that, but I don't think we'd plaster it everywhere if it didn't seem like the whole world wanted to stop us. I don't dislike my homeland. My brother has wings, you know. Your brother's a hussar? Ain't hussars? A real birdie, as you rather say. The whole family is very proud of... Oh my god, that name. Maybe I'm doing too many things at once in the stream. If I stop chat in the stream, maybe that'll stop it from freezing up. Sounds good. Okay, we're gonna this name. Aloysi? The whole family is very proud of Aloe. I was conscripted when I was younger, but got out as soon as I could. Marching endlessly around the swampland was not my first choice of career. Could have gotten wings like your brother. Kepko Groff. Me? I don't like horses or getting my head cracked. My brother loves it though, and he'll be overjoyed to get beaten with maces whenever Gotland decides to invade again. Y'all don't think you can fight them off this time? Curvin, no. The hussars are good for running down bandits, and, well, raiders too. More like playing cat and mouse, I reckon. With us, I reckon. And a good crew could usually grab a deck full of loot before the birdies arrived. But when an entire continent comes marching towards you, it's best to hide in the swamps and foothills, slit their throats at night. I guarantee you, it'll play out just like last time. Polska is easy to take, but a nightmare to keep. And that's what you'll do, risk the night out in the swamps? Not me, but I can provide coin. And coin is just as important as brave men. After all, the raids continued on Polska shores for many, many years despite the hussars. They only stopped when ships went the other way carrying men like myself. Soldiers might win battles, but merchants win wars. I mean... CPU usage is at 12% try. 12%. Don't know if that's good or bad. The birdie coughs into his fist. Listen, Poucher, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm here to run a business, not chit-chat. You gonna buy anything? I pass another glance over his stock. Nah, not today anyways. I don't have the coin to toss around right now, but it seems like a good spot to pick up some items with unusual properties in the future. I'm here every day, he says hopefully. See, quick note here on Jorgen again. This is what I like about him. Like, yeah, he's kind of racist, but he's racist in a way that, you know, it's weird. His racism is weird. It's like, and we're going to see that, I think, contrasted by Gregor in a second. But his racism is like, yeah, you're different, and you know, the difference kind of is there, and my religion says that makes you a bit weaker than me. But I'll do business with you, and I'll be cool with you, and, you know, this is just the life I'm living. Whereas other raiders, the difference between them and Jorgen really holds on to his religion tightly, and that makes his extreme points more apparent. Whereas everybody else seems mellowed out, but they're not. So take what you can get, I suppose. Finding my cousin again isn't difficult. Open those pouches, Jorgen. I need you to carry these. These ain't for groceries, I say, dodging out of his reach. Come on, you ain't even carrying nothing in half of them. Rigger grabs at my pouch again and fumbles a bar of soap to the ground. Whoops, I'll get it. No! I cry and cover my eyes. Don't you ever wear a belt? So... yeah. I think it's a YouTube issue. It looks like a YouTube issue. Like I said, all we can do is keep our eye on it. But as long as it's consistently streaming, then my best guess is that the YouTube is just kind of freaking out. What would I need a belt for? The rope works fine. Gregor? No, it don't. Trust me. There's a girl selling belts back by the Curios. Please. She cute? I guess. Then keep your ears open, Raider. He dumps the soap in my arms and takes off. Oh, this should be good, I reckon. Hey, little lady, can I take a look at these? My cousin's voice wafts over from the kiosk. Maneuvering through the crowd, I spy Gregor threading a belt through his hands and making a show of inspecting it. I edge closer, thirsty for schadenfreude. Not bad at all. You know, I'm begging to leather myself. That Gregor, he's quite a man for the leather. Yeah, that's what they all say about me. Your husband make these? Oh no, I'm not married. These are my father's. Not married, you? Come on. No, she ain't. She is blushing. I can't bear to watch. Yeah. Women like tall dorks. What can I say? I'll wait by the communal, or someplace out of earshot, away from the shouts of busking freemen, where I can hear myself think. About Thead, probably. Or that herd chaser girl. Speaking of! As if on cue, the herd chaser girl. She's seen me too, though she quickly looks away and pretends she hasn't. So we pause for a moment, 6 paces apart, and she's staring elsewhere so purposefully, I'm not sure what I'm expected to believe has caught her attention. Nice seeing you again, I say finally. She turns as if noticing me for the first time. Oh, hey. Jorgen. Jorgen, right. So I reach for something to keep the conversation going, keep her from taking off. You looking for the Curio Man? Curio Man, she asks, taking the bait. Yeah, his style's popular with pouches. Is it expensive? Kinda, I guess, not realizing that I never asked for prices. He sells cosmetics too, I add, though I'm not sure she'd be interested in that sort of thing. Probably not. What did you say your name was? Sigrid. You been to Midgard long? Oh, this should be fun. She ain't really my type anyways. Somebody just got turned down cold. Who's this? This is, Sigrid. The herd chaser. Yeah, and no, it's not common. Why are you wearing pants? And pouches? Maiden's breath. The hell's going on here? Gregor, I hiss. See, this is what I meant. Like, he's just kind of, yeah, it is. Jorgen's just kind of, yeah, it is what it is. Gregor's like, no, I'm going to have fun with this person that I think is a little bit lesser than me. What? This ain't unusual to you? He turns back to Sigrid. Please tell me the city state ain't going so far downhill she ain't turning heads. Memories of Gregor's childhood antics come flooding back, and I cringe, fully understanding the direction in which we're headed. Yeah, it always ends in tears. As always, Gregor flips open one of her pouches, and before she can react, pulls something out. Oh, you carry this around with you? Gregor startles, dropping the item. Like, this is going to end with Gregor getting his jaw broken, I know it. Get that back. Sigrid leaps forward, attempting to snatch the item from the ground. But Gregor sends it rolling with a kick. It bounces off my boot, not close enough to identify. A mummified frog. Sigrid grabs my cousin by his crawler and, surprisingly, manages to bend him a bit. Yeah, this is not... Gregor, this is not the one. This is not the one. A crowd is starting to form, and I notice ruefully. The pair stumble awkwardly in a circle. Gregor has pulled the herd chaser girl off her feet, but she remains firmly attached to his collar. Mother of mercy, she must be strong, I realize, noticing the grimace of exertion on my cousin's face as he twists at her wrist to free himself. There's a few jeers as the crowd swells, and I'm not oblivious to being a part of the spectacle. My face flushes as once again I find myself playing the part of Gregor's toady. Aren't I a dead man yet? I snatch the frog off the ground. It's leathery and black, and some of its rib protrude through the wasted flesh like bear coopering? Gregor, I shoulder my way into the scuffle. Rah. The hell you doing? And honestly, I don't know. Maybe I just can't stand the idea of going back to being his little sycophant again. I turn to find Sigrid angrily elbowing her way through the crowd. Hey, I shout, and wave the dead frog at her. Sigrid returns to grab it from me. And she opens her mouth as if to say something, but only for a heartbeat before shutting it again and storming off. Good job, Gregor. You almost got us into a fight with somebody who could clearly knock us out. Good job. What, you got eyes on her or something? No, I reply. Just, you're a bastard, that's all. Gregor chuckles and for a moment seems poised to issue a retort. But my cousin quickly stops himself. He at least knows better than to talk about my mom. Come on, he shrugs. Reckon a herd chaser girl should have thicker skin than that. You still got the soap? Yeah, here's your damn soap. I push the bars into his chest. Yeah, but you see what I mean? Like, Jorgen isn't going around humiliating people of different races or trying to humiliate them. Gregor is fine with that, unless he thinks they're hot. Like, dancer girl whose name is slipping me right now. So it's extraordinarily complex and a lot of fun to see their contradictions, for lack of better words. Gregor makes a few attempts at small talk on the way back, but I refuse to humor him. He let his mean streak show again. It's something I'd grown wary of in the past. And now I'm not sure whether to accuse him of changing or not changing at all. Fine, be that way. I gotta meet up with the boys. Hold it. Oh, now you want to talk. Yeah, I do. You like hurting people? Hurting people? It's just banter, Raider. Get a grip on yourself. Ain't like I put her in a sack with a monkey or whatever crap you were salivating over this morning. Besides, when you develop a soft spot for the herd chasers, Crow knows their kind pulls a lot worse than friendly pranks. Ain't I, fellow Raider? The huntsman dressed in an animal skin is off short by mistake. Ah, oh mother of mercy, don't start quoting the editors at me now. Always with the editors. I kinda hope you'd relax by now. Nah, I'm still me. Yeah, but you can change. This is where, if you've seen, go on Steam, read the Steam reviews. I haven't seen any official reviews of Walkerman yet. Mine may be the first because I'm going to try and get it out before the end of the week, which is today and tomorrow. But this is the point where everybody's like, okay, is it going? If it's setting up where Jorgen just does a complete 180 from his character, which a lot of people seems to be against. Which again, I remind you, there are people in this world that want the racist fascist to kind of stay a racist, religious, fanatical fascist, or is going to keep some of his character and just slowly kind of modernize, for lack of better words. I love this game so much. Which is a shame because, like, for my patrons, I put up a video of lists of other games I'm working on this month, and I can't guarantee we're going to get to the same kind of depth. But I love the depth of this game, which is why other people need to stream it. Like some people in chat right now, not that I'm calling anybody out. Just saying. Degenerate this and edit that. Why are you always making yourself miserable? You certainly spun the conversation around on me. I don't know. I just want to put everything back together again. Nothing in this whole world was ever really together, Jorgen. You ain't exactly together yourself, neither. Try piecing out your own life before going on about somebody else's. Hey, that seems kind of degenerate, come to think of it. Ain't there something edda about that? Way to turn that conversation around on me. Thank you very much. I gotta go. So much more to do. So much more to do. I never pretended to be great in an argument, but my faith isn't what's under scrutiny here. My cousin knows he's done wrong, even if he couldn't care a dram less about the social constructs. I can tell. But Gregor possesses a remarkable sort of agility for situations like these, home from escaping countless punishments, perfected by necessity as his petty pranks turn to crime. And though I lack the skill to pry a confession from him, I still like to know if my cousin is one of those fellow raiders. Yeah. Look me in the eye a moment, Raider. He obliges, and I go searching for my cousin in there. But I find nothing in those pig browns. The eyes, the windows to the soul, boarded over and tarped opaque. They're a thieves' hideout. That all? I reckon so. Then I gotta get to work, you know. And with that, Gregor beats the coward's retreat towards the pier. The load-bearing belt slips its buckle with a tug on the free end, and I toss it into my pack. The belt's edges have left sharp bruises along my hips, and I find that they need a break from the pouch's weight. And I'd like to slack off and tell Gregor to do his own dishes after his antics at North Market. I'd like to. Can't seem to stop myself, though. I already gave him my word, and unlike some raiders, I tend to keep it. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself as I lather up the rag. Gregor's place is just a stone's throw from the district's rain wells, and refilling the bucket was the proper thing to do, given my part in the spilling. Bits of egg flake from the cast iron pan with each broad swipe of my scarring, round and round in circumference like a circus track. Where the scum is particularly stubborn, I use my finger, and soon a yellow mass collects under the nail. Now, as somebody who actually tried that for a little bit, actually scraping food off with my fingernails, it doesn't work out very well. I dislodge it with a scrape along the edge of Gregor's half-painted banister, along the clear break in color where he had tired of the chore. So yeah, and I love that. Like where he clearly tried to paint and was like, you know what? Nah. And he was almost done too. And I find that to be the sharp sort of distinction I prefer. White and brown, right and wrong. Morals weren't meant for the shades in between. And just what the hell does he know anyway? I lean a dish against my knee, and scope it as if I might skin the thing. One runaway gang member, drinking every night, taking his advice would be like drawing buckets from a poison well. I was never the source of my own misery. My cousin should know that better than anybody. And I won't give in to that kind of sophistry either. I'll keep man's fire burning for as long as I can. Crone knows I might be the only raider left watching the flame. I can survive, ignore myself to these fetid surroundings. Haven't I done the same with those memories? Those memories. The rhythm of my feet against the earth, the skeletal shapes of branches come whirling around me, and the glinting of that Cheshire grin making its way through the den of trees. And a drop of blood blossoms from beneath my ruined fingernail. See what I mean? Doesn't work out very well. It's a bit to the skin, I realize, along with the rest of them. When did I pick up the habit? I'm not sure. And now I've made it slip. What I strive to forget is fresh again. That thing in the world and outside the window. I could try harder to forget, push it deeper down, but I know that wretched grinning face will just come bobbing up again. It's oddly reminiscent of that time I stole a string of beads from a Freeman's stall. Oh, how I hid it under a rock for moons, checking on it now and then, my stomach churning whenever I thought of it. Except I can't slip this secret into a cook's fire when nobody's looking. I stack the last dish onto the pile. Jorgen can put them in the cupboard himself. Reckon I could get some more work done before lunch. There's still some loose ends I need to tie up, namely Asmund and the missing sailor. Oh, crap. Ignore. We're still good. Okay, we're still good. That is not something that we should... I don't think we should, I don't even know what to say. If I can find where that missing sailor's clothes were found, then they could also provide some further insight. There might even be some clues left around the site of his taking. Come on. This is literally me just fighting against the game. I crossed into the harbor alley once again and made my way towards Luxie's office. Luxie? Luxie's Jorgen. Gotta ask something of you. Oh yeah, I definitely broke the game. Oh wow. He's not supposed to be there. Hold on, let me back it up. Can I? Okay. Yeah, I've broke the game. And it was going so well too. Okay. Let me think. Oh, for those who don't know, the game was patched. When I tested it out earlier, everything was fine. When I started it up for this round of playing, patch kicked in. So the game advises that I pick up from where I saved it. But for that... Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to leave this one up to you guys. There are two ways we can go about it. I can play something else and just let auto run on the game for a while. until we get back up to this point. Because I can tell with Luxie being on Gregor's porch instead of his office, game's busted. Like, I literally, I broke it by ignoring everything. Ultimate Crasher, still better than being Nagato. So, yeah. There are other things that we can do until we get back to this point. But I'll leave it to you guys. We could either A, do that and just kind of let it catch up, or B, I can start from the beginning and we can just see how far Auto will take us. But either way, it's going to have to be started over, because if it's breaking now with just Luxie being on the porch instead of in front of his office, the rest of the game's going to get jacked up pretty quick. So I will give you a minute to consider and follow your recommendations. I'm almost like the president, only smarter. Nobody is worse than Nagato. I don't care what the fangirls say. So what would I do instead? Hold on, let me. There are 2 other games in the queue that I'm working on reviews on right now. Unhacked 2 and where is it? Oh snap! Is it in here? Oh yeah, it's Unhacked 2 and Chiefs Game, Rising Angels Allegiance. So it'd be one of those, or I can stream one of the many JRPGs that I haven't played yet or finished playing yet, Valkyria Chronicles, or this other one which I'm just been kind of staring at me. What is it? The Grand Legacy Prologue. At some point I gotta play that. But basically, we can move on to other reviewing material, or I don't know. We'll let try stream. Either way, it's gonna have to cycle. Hold on, my political Twitter is going crazy. Hold on 1 second. I just want to see something. Yeah. Or we could just stick around and talk politics. I'm not that picky, but yeah. Top politics. Put it on and tell us about the UK election. Dear God, do you want me to piss off everybody? But yeah, hold on. Let me switch over to. Let me see. It'll either be how do you do? Can you do polls in this thing? Hold on. Straw poll. No, you cannot. Okay. So yeah, I will. Let me go to options. switch this over to our intermission cards. Give my face a break. There we go. At least for now. And I'm going to put this in auto mode and pick it up from here. Okay. Now, let's see. What do we have? What do we have? I feel like this is just a way for me to... I don't even know. Let's check out decision disc right quick. Oh my Lord in heaven. So, we are... Jeremy Corbyn is going to be the next Prime Minister of Britain at this rate. Right now, Labour is in the majority. Theresa May was a terrible candidate. How many drop frames I've had? Crap. 23. Well, I'll just type it in chat. Yeah, Parliament's going to be hung, but I could almost guarantee you that one of the other parties, SNP, Lib Dem, somebody, is going to go with him in order to form a minority cabinet. Minority cabinet is just two or more parties. And I said this at the beginning of the stream, and this is where things are going to get weird. Because he's... A, not everybody in Labour trusts him as Prime Minister. B, he was actually for Brexit. He just lied to people and said that he wasn't. So, I don't know how well this is going to go. But good luck to Britain, and... This is what they want. I can't, no one can deny at this point. This is their choice. But it seems like they're kind of doing the schizophrenic thing where it's, okay, we want to be for Brexit but also against Brexit. Chris came back at a great time. Yeah, I bet he wishes he was back in Spain where he did not have to worry about any of this. So we're going to up text speed and lower the auto mode delay. Okay, so I have begun skipping. Let me pull up Unhack 2. We'll do that because I need to But yeah, I could honestly... I honestly believe that Chris has bigger concerns at this point than being insulted. He is, things are not boding well for him. Just because, and I know, like, I've seen, because I do follow a few British people, I've seen reasons for voting for Corbyn and voting for Labour, but they're banked on the idea that once he's Prime Minister, he'll lean more towards Tony Blair than be the guy that he says he is. Like, people are voting for him because they at least know where he stands. He's not squirrely. He'll show up for a debate. But it seems like a lot of people are banking that, yeah, if he's in office, he'll be able to change. Now, if he goes and becomes Prime Minister and stays the same with a hung parliament, he's not going to last very long. But that's just British politics for you. It is not the same in any way, shape, or form as American politics. There is just no, and even American politics, and it's what a lot of people are learning now in America, where they thought Trump was just going to come in and be a bulldozer and just change everything about America and make America great again. And it turns out you probably should know something about governing before you go run for government. Okay, so, but like I said, I may well in the future start a political podcast because I can talk about this junk all day. Draining swamps. You stop trying. We're trying to get more fans. We're not trying to run them all away. Okay, let us see. The only thing is, if there are new choices in Walkerman, I will stop the stream. I'm going to check it every now and then. And just gonna hope for the best. But yeah, let's see here. The Corbin thing is going to be, he's going to have to. But the way this part has been incredibly laggy. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, that's because I have another website up. It's literally every time I pull up another website. I should not have both going at the same time there. Yeah, I don't know. YouTube is acting weird today, and I don't know why. Okay. Yeah. We don't gotta try it. See if lowering the bitrate helps. I'll check it out. Hold on. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm switching it. Hold on, I'm gonna switch it over to camera. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, everybody. If you're watching this video right now, before I get a chance to delete it, what is happening is that Walkerman is just patched. We're trying to get back to the point and let the patch kick in. What's going to happen now is I'm going to end the stream for now and switch over to Twitch. Yeah. People meeting me. Yes. Sub has spoken. We're going over to Twitch, and then we're going to. What I'm going to do is I'll just upload part 5 of Walkerman later. Either because I'd have to start it over from the beginning. I'll figure out a way. I'll figure out a way to splice it. I'll figure out a way to splice it later. But yeah. So that's what we're gonna do, everybody. We're gonna hold on. Is there, let me just link it in the chat right quick, where we're all going. Alright, so everybody just kind of chill here for now. JP Tertian. I am going to start getting everything ready to move over to Twitch. Alright, yeah, we're ending it here. There will be a spliced video later of it fixed. And for now, just go ahead and meet us over at twitch.tv/JPTertian. And we'll go from there. So hold on to your butts.